Hello and welcome to episode 3 on our podcast on the National Cancer Plan. Today we're going to be talking about the focus that the National Plan places on achieving cancer waiting time performance targets. Clearly, the plan focuses on survival but also on patient experience, and we know a timely diagnosis and treatment is incredibly important for patients, both in terms of experience and their outcomes. Since 2000, England's cancer plans have focused on waiting time targets. This is the cornerstone of cancer care and has increasing focus and priority in the current climate where we are struggling with some of the waiting time objectives that we are trying to achieve. I spoke to Kelly Spiller, our Programme Lead for Cancer Performance, who explains this in more detail.
Thank you, Sally, for the opportunity to focus in on this part of the plan. There is an entire chapter that looks at performance in the National Plan, and it notably comes as the first chapter, so it's really very much sets out the stall for the rest of the plan. The plan sets out 15 actions for us around cancer performance, which describe the ask being made of us nationally in the NHS, and to me these can be grouped together into some key themes. Firstly, community diagnostic centres and diagnostics. So there is an ask for us to increasingly provide diagnostics in locations closer to people, and importantly providing enough of them and ensuring the results from these diagnostics can be quickly made available. Secondly, AI, innovations, modern technology and treatments. So the 15 actions ask us to more greatly exploit developments in AI and innovative and new technologies. There are specific actions around lung cancer diagnosis improvement through the use of AI, investment in state-of-the-art radiotherapy machines, and modern aseptic medicines production for systemic anti-cancer therapies. There is a focus on providing care and working differently using technology, harnessing digital home and community innovations to make better use of diagnostic capacity. There's a commitment to cancer as being a priority for NHS Online, linked to a focus on virtual cancer care and cutting down of unnecessary appointments through straight-to-test pathways and through utilising different ways of providing follow-up. Finally, there's also an important section around data and administration processes, and I think it's quite interesting that this features within the ambitions, as often this is an area that's overlooked. The actions ask us to scale up the use of single priority tracking lists and to improve administration training with a specific view around this for cancer pathways for people within operational roles. There's a commitment to launch a new review of MDT working to improve the effectiveness of these crucial meetings. And there's a further commitment nationally that cancer alliances and trusts will be given the data needed to drive improvement. And that also includes greater transparency with data, which will empower our patients. Underpinning the whole piece, the actions also lay out that regions and cancer alliances will step up intensive support to challenge trusts as part of supporting the delivery of these ambitions. Locally, we also have our Wessex Cancer Strategy, which also places performance as a key driver and which complements the content of the National Cancer Plan.
Can you explain why these are quite challenging for us? And are we the only ones facing the challenge?
So no is the simple answer. We're not the only ones facing the challenges of delivering these ambitions. These ambitions cannot be achieved with just cancer alliances focusing on the ambitions as laid out. There'll need to be true and plentiful collaboration and system-wide working. It must be said though, however, alongside the challenges, the new plan does give us opportunities which we can exploit as a collective to drive change. For us locally, and it's also true nationally, not all trusts are at the same point in terms of their current cancer performance. And it's important for everyone, including us within Wessex, to understand the local context for our different organisations and communities to really break down how you can begin to address these challenges. We'll need to work system-wide, collaboratively, and with a shared understanding of the challenges in order to drive these ambitions forward. Improving performance can be achieved in a variety of ways, but each way has its own specific challenges. As the plan outlines, workforce is crucial to delivering our ambitions, and we know we have some challenges across workforce in terms of having enough of and the right types of workforce and skill mix. However, the plan does give us opportunities to think about using our workforce differently, exploiting new technology and making the most of the infrastructure, staff and assets we do have, and that this will be important for us in terms of enablers. The plan provides clear actions as well around increasing workforce capacity through use of technology. So where can we exploit advances in technology to make the most of the workforce capacity that we do have? The plan also looks at the role of new equipment, so addressing demands on diagnostics or changing a cancer pathway all require many elements. Pathway transformation is not a process that happens quickly. It takes time and buy-in from each part of the system. We need everybody to be on board and aligned with the vision in order to drive these things forward. We do know, however, that it can work, and we do already have some positive examples of where we have seen improved performance and patient experience as a result of pathway transformation and increased diagnostic capacity through partnership working. Within Wessex, we have rolled out unscheduled bleeding on HRT pathways for 5 out of 6 of our providers, with a 6th pathway in development. These pathways have reduced demand on cancer clinics whilst also providing a positive patient experience and swift either reassurance or onward referral as indicated. These pathways are a successful example of partnership working with many of our community diagnostic centres across our geography, as well as primary and secondary care colleagues. We've also got examples of where we've worked closely with our imaging network, and in Wessex we have benefited greatly from strong relationships with our diagnostic networks. Through partnership review, we've identified examples of tests being delivered more quickly in parts of our geography, which through sharing this learning has enabled other trusts to release time savings and work differently.
Bearing all that in mind, what's our strategy to overcome the challenges?
So firstly, we need for everyone to know what the ask of the plan is, why the plan is so important, and the fact that the plan itself acknowledges just how vital cancer performance is in terms of the success of the NHS, not only just within the cancer arena, but in terms of the NHS as a whole. For us in Wessex, we're prepared to put in the work needed to see these ambitions become a reality, but we can't do that on our own. We are fortunate in Wessex. We've forged strong working relationships with our trusts. This provides us an excellent springboard for setting about delivering these plans. We also have well-established working relationships with our ICBs and wider system partners. As a collective, we're not naive to the many challenges we will face in delivering these ambitions. However, we can realise our greatest strength and potential in delivery through working together. I believe such partnerships and collaboration will be the key to a successful outcome. It's our job now to collaborate with our system, regional and national partners to play our part in delivering these ambitions. These ambitions have been set out as the gateway to overall improvement of the NHS. As the plan says, if we can get this right, the rest of the NHS will follow.
Thank you, Kelly. Cancer performance is such an important part of the puzzle, as you've clearly demonstrated. And as you said, we need system ownership and absolute collaborative working from everyone across every part of the cancer pathway to really address and resolve and improve our cancer performance so that patients wait as short a time as possible to get their diagnosis and treatment. In our next episode, I speak to Emma Leatherbarrow on what the National Cancer Plan is looking to do in terms of patient experience and inequalities. Thanks for listening.